You're listening to Just Some Guys with Ace of Turf. It is Valentine's week. I'm talking to my friend Zach about popping the question. Enjoy. All right, how's it going?
Living life, big chillin',
Yeah.
working, getting ready to pop the question.
Getting ready to pop the question indeed.
Yes,
That's
sir.
actually awesome, dude.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm so
It's
excited.
like, yeah, that is really cool.
Have I sent you a picture of the ring?
No, that'd be awesome.
Okay, 1 sec. I will. I will send you a picture. I'll just drop it in the chat, actually.
All right, that works.
So, what have you been up to? Anything interesting?
Same old, same old.
Nice.
Was frantically looking for a restaurant to go to for my anniversary, right?
Yeah.
We I asked her out on the 15th because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see her on Valentine's Day.
Right.
And so I'm like thinking that it's gonna be easy. It's like Valentine's Day is on Friday, so finding a reservation
Uh.
today or not today. It shouldn't be hard to get a restaurant for Saturday, right?
Yeah.
But since it's the day after, it's still pretty hard to find. Yo, that is
Right.
awesome, dude.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yes, sir. It came to, and I'm so happy. And it's phenomenal.
Nice.
Anyway, you're saying about your reservation.
Yeah, so I'm at work, and the guy I work with, he said that his wife asked what they were doing next week, and he's like, I don't know, what's next week? Like he forgot. And then he's like, well, it's too late to get reservations. And then it clicked in my head. I'm like, I didn't even think about
Don't feel bad because
I'm like it I finally found something.
dang.
And I messaged him at like I want to say like 9-ish, and then by 10:40-ish, I got a reply back saying that my reservation has been scheduled.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and that got me on the ball to like not wait for our honeymoon and
Uh-huh.
get those reservations picked out. And so
Nice.
I have at least one of those picked.
Heck yeah, bro. Don't
Yeah.
feel bad about forgetting stuff like that though, because so I did 1 semester at college, right? I had
Yeah.
to drop it because just finances, all that, right?
Mhm.
But that was when I started dating my girlfriend.
Mhm.
And I had been working on this engineering project legitimately all day when I wasn't in class because I had work. First I had debate in the morning, and I had to get up at 5 a.m. to get up, go to debate, and then right after debate I had work, and then right after work I had a class, hour break class, and then I think I my afternoon class had been canceled, right? So I've
Yeah.
been up since 5 a.m. just doing stuff, just doing stuff. This is the day before our first date.
Mhm.
And so I go and she and I are studying in a room. One of my debate teammates is like, "Hey, can y'all meet to go over some cases tomorrow?" And my tired, silly self just sits there and goes, "Do I have plans tomorrow?" And thinks about it. I'm like, let me check my calendar. And I saw in my calendar that I had that date tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the horror that I felt in that moment was so bad. And my girlfriend said, she's like, forgetting a first date is kind of wild, but the look on your face is the reason I still went out with you. Hey, I'm glad she did, though.
That's awesome.
Biggest fumble of all time. Somehow
Really.
saved it.
I mean, I didn't necessarily forget.
Uh
I
huh.
just wasn't thinking that the day after Valentine's Day would still be so booked, even up until like 8 and 9,
Right.
which we're not gonna go out to dinner. We would not go out
Mhm.
that late, but
Right.
it's so crazy. We're
Yeah.
going to some place called Juniors. It looks pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, I've I'm not doing like anything crazy, crazy. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm proposing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So aside from
Yeah,
that,
tell us how you're gonna do it.
okay, okay. Well, that means that this cannot be sent to my girlfriend till after I propose. But I
All
will
right.
tell you. Um, so thankfully, the weather looks like it's gonna hold out. But I'm gonna double check with my grandparents because they have some pasture land. And up
All
on that
right.
pasture land, there's a big hill with a bunch of prairie grass. And on this hill, you can watch the sunset. And I'm gonna see if I can get my grandpa to just like call me when we're like at dinner, be like, "Yo, can you stop by and check on the cows for me?
Mm-hmm.
Need to make sure they're all there, so I have an excuse to go out into that pasture."
Yeah.
And I think that's how I'm gonna do it. If it like rains or it's like super 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 cold, then I'm gonna have to scramble and figure something out. But the high is like 54, which I
Uh-huh.
think should be fine for like
Yeah, that should be good.
15-20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you plan on like having someone video it, or you're just
Um,
gonna go out there and do it?
I'm gonna have Royce take pictures.
All right,
Royce
that's
is
cool.
taking pictures. I don't know if
He's
I'll
just
take.
gonna be like hiding in a tree somewhere.
Yeah, might get him to get his ghillie suit, dead season ghillie suit, just lay out there.
That would actually be really cool.
That's what I'm saying. I think I might actually have him do that. Just get
Yeah.
his dead season ghillie, because there's great spots out there for that.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. Super hype. It's gonna be sick.
Nice. So how did y'all like I know y'all met at college, but how did y'all meet and how long have y'all known each other, I guess?
Okay, so that's a really funny story, right?
All right. I'm buckling up.
So, um, so at OC, right? Oklahoma Christian, which is where I was, like a
Hmm.
bunch of people on campus just like follow each other on Instagram just so like you kind of just know what's going on like event wise and stuff like that because the campus has like I'm not even kidding, probably 20 or more different Instagram pages where they post different events. And
Mm.
so you can follow all of those, but a lot of times it's easier to just follow a bunch of people just because they
Yeah.
get recommended anyways. And so that was, and she and I had followed each other that way anyways. And let's see. I was scrolling through my
Meet at a
Instagram stories.
convention or like
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that.
all right.
Right? Yeah, yeah. I'm scrolling through Instagram stories and I see hers and it says, it was like a joke post on Tumblr or something, but it says, "Hey, anyone want to date in this fall just so we can do stupid stuff like eat leaves together?"
Mm.
I was like, "Well, that's a stupid meme. One second." And so I just replied to it with WTF, that's rabbit salad. And I'm not even kidding. That sparked a 5-day argument between the two of us over like leaves. First, it started off if it was like actually like salad for rabbits, but as it
Hmm.
turns out, she has a rabbit, so she know she knows. And
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely lost that one. But instead of it being rabbit salad, it transitioned into which has a better crunch, like an acorn or just a leaf. And we argued about it for 5 days. And after 5 days of arguing, I was like, "Hey, you want to go on a date?" And she was like, "Yeah, cool." And now, kind of here we are, about 4 months later, almost five.
4 months.
Yep, 4 months.
That's really cool, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was with me and my lady.
Yeah.
I think we were dating Man, I don't even know how long we were dating before I proposed.
I'm sure everybody told you not long enough.
Probably. Dude, do you know people give so much crap
They
about
do.
waiting or about like when you're in the honeymoon phase. They'll
Uh-huh.
give you so much crap about once you're like 5 years down the road, I'll just wait. Just
Uh-huh.
wait.
Yeah.
Don't listen to it, dude.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like some of the stuff people have said is just wild. Like,
I'm saying, like, you don't realize some of the things people think or like want to say until you're engaged, and like some of the things, like you would never imagine this person saying something like this to you.
right?
It's actually crazy.
Like I've talked to a few people about it, and some people are just like they knew I was just taking this really seriously and they didn't even know that I was planning to propose, and they're like, "Well,
Hmm.
before you get married, like you should consider the idea of like, saving up to take a big trip or whatever." Just like one last thing. I'm
What?
like, "What?"
Dude,
What?
that is
Okay.
one thing. Sorry to cut you off, but that is one thing that I've never understood is like before you get married, you should do this while you're still young, or you should do this. I want to do that with my like best friend forever, you know?
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like,
For real.
it's like, okay, I'll save up for the trip, but like that's gonna be the honeymoon.
Exactly, exactly. Like, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, like, and don't get me wrong, I've taken some fairly big trips. Like, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but a couple years ago, I went out to New Mexico to like a 700, 800 person airsoft milsim event,
Oh
and
wow.
I paid for all my stuff for that. Like my
Hmm.
science teacher helped because he was the driver, so some of the adults chipped in a little bit more for like hotel and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I still pitched in for the hotel, still pitched in for gas, still had to buy my own food.
Hmm.
Had to get all my gear, all my supplies. And then this last August, September, I went to Rocklahoma, which is just a
Oh yeah, I saw that.
metal festival. Yeah.
I saw you went
And
there.
I paid for my ticket, paid for my portion of the Airbnb, paid for all my food, paid for all the merch I bought.
Hmm.
Like,
Dude, I
oh,
like see you and Royce and all these other people on Instagram like going out and doing all these things. I'm like, y'all are like, I don't know if we're just different kind of people because I cannot imagine myself going to something like that.
I have to say, like Rocklahoma, all right. I'm a metalhead, right?
Hmm.
Hardcore metalhead, love it. And I'm a very much a concert goer. I've been from everything to a small, like 400-person Christian folk concert to seeing some of the biggest metal bands that have ever graced the genre.
Yeah.
And Rocklahoma specifically, the only way I would go back for like the full 3 days is if I liked all of the headliners. Because in all honesty, so like as a Christian,
Hmm.
um, I don't have an issue with metal music.
Yeah.
I am still careful with what I listen to because there's a lot of metal that I'm just like, no, I
Yeah,
don't
for
even
sure.
touch that with a 10-foot pole. But just that environment, it's not it's a very like secular environment.
Yeah, I can
And
imagine.
like there's a lot of hippies, there's a lot of people not wearing enough clothing type thing. So
Yeah.
like when you're there, my opinion is that if you're gonna go to like Rocklahoma, you should just get like a get an Airbnb, hang out during the day, and then just go in the evening if you for the headliners. Because I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of the overall environment.
Yeah, I get that.
because
I've
it's one. Oh,
sorry.
real quick, it's one of those things where it's like at a concert. Like if you go to a concert at an arena,
Hmm.
it's like you're paying attention, right, to people around you because there's a good chance that some of them could be high or drunk, right?
Hmm.
At like Rocklahoma, it's like you're watching you're basically like watching your six because half the people there are high or drunk or high and drunk. Like I saw
Yeah.
like a 60-year-old dude in an American flag speedo swinging his shirt around. So
Wow.
I can't unsee that. But
That's kind of crazy.
yeah, it was one of those things where it's like that is funny, but I can't unsee that. It's
Yeah.
like a traumatizing Instagram reel type thing.
It's like the trauma of being at the gym and going into the locker room and seeing someone's grandpa
Yes.
like walking through in what you wish was a towel but wasn't.
Yeah. Once again, not enough clothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Um I took my
Well, back
girlfriend.
to oh sorry.
One of the things that I took my girlfriend to was I took her to her first concert to actually a small Christian folk band. You
Oh
know the
nice.
Arcadian Wild at all?
I don't think so.
You should check them out. They're pretty good.
All right.
They're yeah, they're just a chill small band. I believe they're Christian
You said
because
they're
just
folk?
yeah, like folk and they have like a little bit of bluesgrass, like folk
Ooh,
bluegrass type thing.
I like bluegrass.
Then you'll probably like them. So, what are you saying?
I was you kind of like went to where I was gonna head to, so go back to you and your girl.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yup. Well, okay. So one of the things, like I said that we argued for like five
Mm-hmm.
days, right? Um,
Yeah.
Funny enough, I found out that she was in debate for the longest time, and then she just kind of had some stuff come up, and then she got out of it.
Yeah.
And I've been in debate the past 3 years. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like past 3 years. And it's just something I love. But like, I just think it's really cool that she and I can just have like a random debate, like about whether a leaf crunch or an acorn crunch is better. Which, funny little side note, I converted one of my coworkers to the acorn crunch side the other day. I was very happy with myself
Are we
because,
talking about like if you step on it, that kind of
yes,
crunch? Okay.
yes. And see, between the two of us, like her argument was that like a dead leaf is going to be more consistent, meaning
Mm-hmm.
you basically get overall more like enjoyment from crunching a leaf. But
Mm-hmm.
my argument was that so she was basically arguing quantity over quality. I was arguing quality over quantity because everybody knows, like especially if you're wearing like cowboy boots and you step on that dry acorn on the sidewalk and it just crunches. Oh,
I
oh,
don't know if
no
I've ever
leaf.
stepped on an acorn.
You absolutely should. You should absolutely crunch one because the crunch is like nothing else, bro.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Yes, sir. It's delightful. Let's see. As part of like a, I'm lumping it in with as like a Valentine's gift, right?
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna take her to see Disturbed, Nothing More, and Daughtry in April because Disturbed is one of her favorite bands.
All right.
So I'm pretty excited that she likes that kind of stuff too
Mm-hmm.
because that just means we can just like go to those concerts together or just like chill. Like I don't have to just hop in the car and then just play some poppy music or whatever.
Yeah,
And the
it is
thing
cool.
is that her music taste is so wildly expansive too, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, we were talking about music, oh, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago. And and I knew this, but it's just a reminder. Like she likes sea shanties too.
That is
Like a
awesome,
lot.
dude.
like everything. We're talking like everything from sea shanties, classical music to like legit screaming and death metal. And I'm just like, yes,
Nice.
thank you, God. God
That's
knew what he
cool.
was doing. And
For real.
like when she's been to church with me, um, so like every other week, some of my friends will visit us, and we'll all sing hymns together. And she just likes listening to us because we'll sing like there's like five of us. Two of us usually sing bass, but
Nice.
we've gotten pretty decent. Most of us can switch between two or three parts now.
That's
At
cool.
least okay-ish.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, um gonna take her to do that. I'm just kind of right now. I'm just kind of chilling on the tickets, see how the prices go and all that.
Yeah.
Because tickets are buying tickets is an art form. I will say that.
Hi, everyone. This is JJ, the co founder of Good Pods. If you haven't heard of it yet, Good Pods is like Goodreads or Instagram, but for podcasts. It's new, it's social, it's different, and it's growing really fast. There are more than 2 million podcasts, and we know that it is impossible to figure out what to listen to. On Good Pods, you follow your friends and podcasters to see what they like. That is the number one way to discover new shows and episodes. You can find Good Pods on the web or download the app. Happy listening.
What's like I guess you kind of already touched on it a little bit, but like some highlights of y'all's relationship? Like you're talking about you have the same music taste and have the same interests. Like what's some other stuff?
Hmm. Let me let me give some thought to this, so I give like some like meaty answers.
All right. Like me and my girl also both have very similar taste in music, like not 100%, but we both really like country and folk music.
Mm-hmm.
And we listen to most of the same like gospel and I don't know if religious is the right word, but the same Christian people, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Which is mostly a lot of older groups like cathedrals and stuff like that.
Yeah. I would
That's one thing we
say
have in common.
I would say, like, for us, one of the things, like a big thing, is just kind of how upfront we were with each other. Like, as just to start, just upfront we were with each other. Like, hey, I date for marriage type thing.
Hmm.
And a lot of like my friends who are like public schooled or even private schooled, like that's just more of
Foreign?
the public school. Yeah, more of the public school kids. It's just a foreign concept to them. They're like,
Yeah,
because a lot of times one of the things I hear is I hear a lot of people complain like, "Oh yeah, I'm just in this relationship and like it's just so horrible, all that like I don't like this person." And I'm like, "Well, are you still dating him?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "Well, who else would I date?" And I'm like,
seriously.
"Bro, come on, what are you doing? Get it
People put
together."
themselves in such stupid situations that they
I
could so
know.
easily get themselves out of.
Right.
But if you
And
break it
for
off, they don't have the status of being in a relationship, and that's
right, right,
bad for social cred,
I guess.
I guess. I
But
don't know.
also, um, like what else are you doing if you're not dating? Like I don't trust me, I can think of some things, but like what other point is there to dating aside from like trying to, get married?
Yeah, really.
Like there's no actual real like long-term beneficial thing. Like yeah, there's in a secular view of dating, then yeah, you can get some really I'm confident great benefits from like short-term things, but like
Hmm.
it doesn't matter because you're just gonna just break it off with that person, put
Yeah,
yourself
really.
in like 7 months of mental hell, get interested in some other person that just doesn't have the same view as you, but you both want the social cred, so you're just back there. And that kind of
Mm-hmm.
leads me to the other thing. One of the other things I was going to say is just our values in general is like
Yeah.
really, really similar, which I get it. That's like something that you look for. Like that should be something there. But that's another thing that I see like just kind of just lacking is nobody really cares
Yeah,
anymore.
they like wait until they're in a relationship for months before they talk
Right,
about anything deep. And then by the time they're in talking about the deep stuff, it's like hard to break it off because you've been talking and spending all this time with this person for so long, really doing a
right,
bunch of, I don't know if meaningless is the right word to use, but shallow, doing a lot of shallow things when y'all should be having the deep conversations in the early part.
right. Like you should, in my opinion, within like the first 2 months, you should have already covered political views very, very thoroughly.
Hmm.
You should have covered religious views um pretty dang thoroughly, ideally. If you're a churchgoer, take them to church with you.
Yes,
Um
100%.
just those are the two big things. Maybe not like a parenting philosophy. Like, okay, it's like if we were to get married and have kids, like what would your philosophy be? Maybe not quite that in that first month type thing,
Hmm.
but I mean that's what myself and my girlfriend did. Like we had all the big conversations like right up front.
Dude, we had
And
we weren't even dating yet, and we had these conversations.
yeah.
Like, kind of how we got started, I guess, was it was at Thanksgiving, and she's
Mhm.
like a longtime family friend, right? So she was there, and I've known her my whole life, so
Right.
I've known a lot about her. So I didn't have to like go through the getting to know you phase, I guess. Like I just
Right.
kind of I knew her, you know.
Right.
But we got left alone by the fire pit outside, and we just like talked for I guess about 2 hours. And
Mhm.
within those 2 hours, I had heard everything I needed to hear to be like, yeah, she's someone I want to marry. Like in those two
Yeah.
hours, I was like, are you
You knew.
serious? And it's like on the other side of this fire pit.
Yep.
It was cool.
For me, it was just like when I started dating my girlfriend, like yeah, there's that like that honeymoon phase, right?
Hmm.
But I don't it's hard to describe, but it's just like so I had not known her at all. Like I hadn't talked to her at all before that. But it's just like we just spawned in each other's lives as just best friends. Like that's just exactly
Literally,
how it
dude.
felt. And it's like
Literally.
and I'm like, yo, this is pretty sick. It's like I've known you for like 2 months, but it feels like I've known you for like 5 years. And that's like not in the it feels like I've just known you for so long because, you
That is
know,
exactly how it feels.
it's just like it's just this is right.
Dude, and I think it's such a like a God thing.
Uh-huh.
Like he just puts you in that place with that person, the right time. And for
Hmm.
me, I had been praying because I was in a relationship at the time, right?
Hmm.
And I was at the point where, and I remember kind of talking to you about it once,
Hmm.
where I didn't really know what to do, like where to go, or I
Right.
don't know. I knew it wasn't really a good relationship I was in, but I didn't know how to get out or anything. And I remember I'd been praying. It was like either help me get out of this relationship or show me she's my wife or put do you want me to actually marry in my life. And I prayed
Hmm.
that for like 3 weeks, and then boom, my
Yeah.
fiance shows up.
Yep.
It was awesome.
I got a little bit of a weird one for you.
All right.
So, um, after I met my girlfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there was just like some situations on campus that just they were just ridiculous type thing. And so I was kind of just annoyed about that. But like since I was very clear with her, like, hey, I date for marriage and all that. Of course, I was praying about it, right?
Of course.
And I remember, I don't know, it was like not even a month in, like maybe 3 weeks in. I'd been praying about it, and I don't remember exactly specifically what I prayed, but I do remember that I prayed like, God, help me with this issue that had come up, and I hadn't told anybody about it, right? It was just a
Mm-hmm.
prayer between me and God.
Yeah.
And I'm not even kidding. 2 days later, when I went to church, my dad, who I had told nothing, got up and preached an hour-long sermon about how to handle the exact scenario I prayed about. Like to a
Yeah.
T. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. He
Hold
works
on.
like that, dude.
I know. And it's one of those things where it's just like, hold on, what? Because it I don't know, it just like it never ceases to or it never gets old, and it never ceases to amaze me. Cause like, and there were like
Yeah.
3 or 4 other times, like it was just like little stuff that I prayed about. Like there was one time I was visiting a different church, and I had just been struggling with the like, just kind of like a nagging doubt, you know. You know what I'm talking about. Like when you're in a relationship and it's like, and it's a very healthy relationship. It's obviously of God, and
Yeah.
it's just like the devil, just like nagging in your ear, and it's really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was just a bad day that morning. I don't know why, but I prayed about it, and once again, preacher had no idea. He got up, preached an exact like 15 minutes of his sermon. He was like, and after he finished that part, he's like, "Sorry, I got sidetracked on that. That's not even what I was trying to talk about today." And then goes on and talks about Job, and I'm just like, "What?"
Yeah.
Bro just casually preached about the exact thing I've been having issues with, and so like there was a lot of just like, whoa, hold on, bro, pay attention. And in just a
Mm-hmm.
lot of different ways. Like even just beyond the like just the church stuff. Like um after after that first date, like we talked about a lot of just philosophies of people, like even just how men and women work together in a
Mm-hmm.
society and things like that. And I was like, holy crap, this girl checks all of my boxes. Like,
Literally.
you know what I'm talking about. Like, guys, we've got a mental list, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she checked all the boxes. And then when she started checking boxes I didn't even know I had, that was another, like, hold on, pay attention.
That is a huge visualization. Or
What
like
do
I
you
don't know
mean?
if that's the right word.
Like an analogy, maybe?
Not analogy. Bro, I'm being stupid right now. What am I trying to say? When they
Probably,
start checking the boxes you didn't know you have, it's a huge like eye opener, I guess.
yeah, it grabs your
It
attention.
like
It's like,
hits.
oh,
It's
whoa,
like, whoa, dude. I
hold
didn't
on.
even know I thought like that. And then you think like that too? Like, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. it's it's a wonderful experience.
It really is.
Oh.
So I'm not ashamed to admit this
Mhm,
because I am a emotional guy, I guess you could say.
mhm,
Not like I let my emotions get the best of me, but like I cry and I'm not ashamed to admit that, right?
right.
So we hung out Thanksgiving, right?
Mhm,
And so I come back and then like we're kind of texting. Like I think we had both just wanted to be friends at this point, right?
mhm,
Like in my head, I was like kind of thinking like this, there could be something, there could be something, but before I want to do anything, like I want to be friends first, you know? So we're kind of texting, and I don't remember us texting all that much, but I said something about maybe staying down there for after Christmas for a week.
mhm,
And I ended up staying for 2 weeks, mainly because my family was sick, but I also didn't want to go home because I was having like the time of my life.
Mhm.
But this 2 weeks was gonna be my like reassurance, I guess you could say. Like if it goes well,
Yeah.
then like I know it's her. Like I would know by I knew by the like second day I was there. But
Yeah.
still, the 2 weeks was awesome.
Heck yeah.
So my parents dropped me off because they were down there for the like family Christmas stuff.
Mhm.
And then my grandpa drove me halfway and my mom picked me up.
Right.
And I remember I had to go to the bathroom because we stopped at a restaurant to eat and I went to the bathroom and my
Mhm.
grandpa told my mom, he was like, I don't know if they know this yet, but they're in love with each other, right? He told her
Uh-huh.
that. And so I come back to the table none the wiser. And then we eat and everything. And on our way home, I'm talking to my mom about like the
Uh-huh.
situation I'm in with my current relationship and how I like need to break it off. And she's like, yeah, like listening. And then I'm like, kind of start getting teary eyed. And I'm like, what do you think about, what do you think about Haley? Right.
Mhm.
And she like also starts getting teary eyed. She's like, I've been praying about this. Like, I don't know why I'm being emotional. And then I just started bawling. I'm like, all I said was I love her. And then like me and my mom are both crying in the front seat while my little sister's in the back, just like, what's going on? But that was when I knew for sure. It's like she's who I want to marry, dude.
Yeah.
And in like 3 months, it's happening
Heck yeah. Let's get it, bro.
for real. It's exciting. It's been exciting.
Yeah.
I'm,
Like,
I'm excited for y'all.
oh yeah. No, I'm hyped for you, bro.
Hyped
Oh,
all around.
yeah. The homies the homies got game.
Hmm.
And
Another thing.
some of us
Sorry.
fumble. Some of us have like royal fumbles, but it's fine because God's looking out for us.
Yeah. No hate to any of my fellow men that might be listening to this, especially the
Uh,
other people in um in the Discord server for the podcast, but like my friends or whatever.
uh,
But I'm trying to get another guest lined up, right? And no one is free for the times I need. Everyone's like, "What about the 15th? What about the 16th?"
mm,
Y'all are all single. I'm sorry, but I'm kind of busy.
yeah.
I think that's fine.
Yep. Dude, the freaking headphone dent is so real.
Dude, I don't see the headphone dent because my hair. But like
Oh,
I have
just
a hair headphone dent.
oh yeah. Like I don't have long hair. Like you know, I don't keep my hair long, right?
Hmm.
But like it still gets that freaking headphone dent, and like it's just there in my hair for until I shower next, and
Yeah,
it's just
literally.
so annoying.
Hmm.
Okay, so totally random side note. Um, the worst feeling in the world is when you're like low-key trying to find like your phone that you just had 2 seconds ago,
Oh my gosh.
and it's like, where the flip did it go?
Dude, I was on the phone with my girl like sometime this week, I don't remember. And I think I was getting home from work, maybe. I don't remember what I was doing. I'm holding my phone in my hand while searching for my phone. I felt like an old person, dude.
Yeah, I did that the other day.
Like the glasses on the top of your head type thing, you know? Where are
Yes,
my
yes.
glasses?
Yeah, no, okay. Okay, so I just found it, right?
Hmm.
Um, you know where it was?
In your pocket?
No, okay. So I have a dark blue phone case
Hmm.
and I threw it on my old Dallas Cowboys comforter. That is the exact shade of blue.
I do the same thing with my phone. I have a black leather phone case, and my Bible case is also black leather. And if I put my Bible down on my desk and put my phone on top of it, and my desk is also black, it takes me forever to find that sometimes.
Oh my gosh, it is such a pain to just
Yeah,
like
I feel that.
that. What like why does our brain just go, oh yeah, um we're gonna set this very important little device of yours off to the side, and then we're just gonna completely forget where we put it
Hmm.
just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
All right, we like took a wild sidetrack.
That was a very different sidetrack. What are some other things we could talk about our women?
Let's see. Okay, who kissed who first?
I kissed her.
Okay. I'm gonna be so real. She kissed me first. Like
Dang.
I okay, I don't know what it was, but like I've just like I tried, and you can ask her too, right? Like
Uh-huh.
I tried, but like I just something like I physically could not do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even sure why. But so she kissed me, and then I just sat there like an idiot. Like just sat there like a total idiot. Texted one of my friends, I just all caps, holy crap, she kissed me. And then turned my phone off, threw it across the room, and then just laid on the floor and did not move for 20 minutes.
I feel that, dude.
Hmm. What?
I
Hmm?
so we during Christmas, right? We were watching
Okay.
I don't know what movie we were watching. Probably we watched a lot of stupid like rom-coms.
Yeah.
And so we're like watching some movie and we're like shoulder to shoulder, right? Like
Hmm.
slowly through the time I was there, we like got closer. Like we went from not touching to like close, so now we're like kind of touching, you know?
Yeah.
And so we're like
Inching.
shoulder to shoulder. And I'm like wanting to put my arm around her, you know?
Hmm.
And instead of like just doing it, I
Uh-huh.
asked her, I was like, is it all right if I put my arm around you? And she just kind of like looks at me weird. Is that I think she just said sure. Or maybe she just said okay. She said sure or okay. And so I did it. And I remember just like beaming, like smile
Yes.
beaming, like heart pounding 1,000 beats per second. I was like, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Yep.
She even knew how to like lean into me. Like it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
It
And
just
then
feels right.
yeah, for real. Later she told me she's like, I could tell how fast your heart was going. And I'm like, are you serious?
That's hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
Dang. Yeah. Let's see. Okay,
You know, oh
go
sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
So when I was at college, right, so I made a very decisiony decision,
Uh-huh.
and so I was already working for the IT department at my school, which was like 10, 12 hours a week. It was about 12 hours a week. So not
Mm-hmm.
bad. And and then I had like 14 credit hours of classes. So I stayed generally fairly busy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do events tech. What could possibly go wrong? So that was a big mistake because a lot of the hours, they were like 8-hour shifts, but they would start at like 4 p.m.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like I had no time to do homework really, but so what ended up happening was I did the math, and there was a couple weeks where I worked like not even kidding 60 hours.
Dude, I remember you texting me about that once.
Yeah, it was so bad. And okay, this was such a random like little like green flag,
Mm-hmm.
but I texted my girlfriend. I was like, "Hey, after I got off my IT job, I had to go straight to tech
Mm-hmm.
because I operated a spotlight for this musical show. So I
Mm.
had to be there. It's like, hey, I have like no time for food. Can you like bring me a snack or something? And bro cooked me like two grilled cheese sandwiches, grapes, and then a bottle of water with like like those packets you can get to dump in a bottle of water. It was
Mm-hmm.
one of those, but like it had caffeine in it too.
Oh, nice.
And I was just like, massive green flag. I just asked for a snack and I got dinner.
Yeah, that's a
And
huge green flag.
yeah, and just kind of in that time too, because I would just go see her just after work, just kind of like I would walk over there because I would get off at like 11:40 usually. I
Mm-hmm.
would walk 5 minutes over there, say hi to her, give her a hug, kiss her, and then it was about an 8 minute walk back to my dorm. So I had
Mm-hmm.
to walk over there and then walk to the complete opposite side of campus. And I do that like every day. Well, there were some days
Yeah.
when I would get off early. Like I think there was one day they just gave us the whole evening off,
Oh, that's nice.
but the night before or the day before had been like really, really, really long. Like that was when I had like one of my 8 a.m. classes.
Mm.
And when you're up till midnight and you have to get up at 5 for debate 2 days of the week, the 2 days that you don't have your 8 a.m., that's rough on your sleep schedule.
Yeah, that is
I
rough.
didn't have any afternoon classes, so after work, I just went over to her apartment and just visited with her. And like I wasn't even there like 10 minutes, bro. And like I was just chilling on the floor talking to her. I just passed out. Like I just fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I woke up 2 hours later and she was still there. She had gotten up to get food, but she was still there, just munching
Nice.
on some pizza rolls. I was like, oh my gosh, another big green flag.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that happened, yeah, that happened several times. And it was, and interestingly enough, I woke up every time she had food. So, but
We the thing with us being long distance is like we don't really see each other that often, so it's like anytime we can talk on the phone, we try to, you know?
right, totally get
So
that.
since what I do for work, I I drive a lot, right? I'm like a delivery driver for this medical company, right?
Hmm.
So my days are about some days it's maybe 6 hours in the warehouse, 2 hours driving, and other days it's like driving all day. Don't get like I didn't get my lunch. I normally get my lunch at 11. I didn't get it till 11, not 11. 1:30 Tuesday. Tuesday I didn't get my lunch till
Hmm.
1:30. And
Hmm.
we get off at 2:30. We get off at 2:30. So like I got back to the place, took my lunch, clocked in, then left 30 minutes later. It was kind of crazy. That doesn't happen very often,
Um,
but sometimes we have crazy driving days sometimes.
yeah,
But since I'm driving, I'm either listening to music, listening to a podcast, or on the phone with the lady.
yep,
And
that's how it be.
that's the preferred one. But like
Yeah.
since she's in school, it's kind of hard all the
Hmm.
time. But like if I'm driving before she gets there, which I clock in at 6. So I don't always go driving right at 6, but if I can call her before she gets to school, I call her.
Hmm.
If I can call her at lunch, I do that. Both time I talk to her as she goes to work.
Nice,
It's pretty good.
nice. Yeah,
Hmm.
nah, I get that. The last few months, my girlfriend and I have been long distance, so
Oh
trust,
yeah.
I understand.
She move or
It's
you move?
she moved back home, but she's she decided that she wants to just move out. So
Mm,
she's gonna get find a place. So
nice.
helping her do that this weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
I just moved out like a month ago. A little
I
over a
saw
month
that.
ago.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, dox yourself to the whole internet.
I'm on 123 None Your Business.
Wait, I thought it was None Your Business Lane.
Actually, it's None Your Business Broadway.
Oh, my fault. My fault.
Yeah.
That was the other guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely.
I got myself a nice little apartment.
Nice.
Little. It's a technically it's a one bedroom. I think on the website it's called a studio, but it's has a bedroom. I thought
Nice.
studios were like the big open box, but
Right.
it's pretty nice. It's in a good area too. Not
Um.
necessarily closer to work, but I think it is technically closer to work, but it's not like highway.
Yeah. Yeah. Is the rent nice?
The what?
Rent cost, is it nice? Is it nice
It's
to
not
you or is
bad.
it mean to you?
It's about 700.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
not
that
terrible
bad.
at all.
Mm-mm.
I may be messaging you to see like what apartment complex you live in.
All right. We can be neighbors.
Heck yeah. Is it one totally other random question, then we can move back on to topic. Is it pet friendly?
It is pet friendly.
I
I
will
am
be
not
messaging you.
entirely sure how much. I know it's an additional fee. It's either a $200 or a $400 move-in fee if you have a pet. But I think it's the price varies between cat or dog. I don't know. I didn't really look too far into the pet policy because I don't. Neither of us have pets.
Yeah. Now, what about rabbit?
I really don't know.
Because I mean, like rabbits live in their cages most of the time.
Yeah, I would assume if you can have a dog and a cat, you could have a rabbit. I feel like a rabbit is less maintenance than a
Yeah,
dog and cat.
definitely. Rabbits also less likely to pee on the floor.
Yeah, you just keep it in its cage.
Yep. I mean, you
But
would
no,
know.
they're really nice apartments. The staff is pretty friendly. The there's a huge pool. One side of it has a volleyball net over it.
Ooh.
There's like a grill cookout area. Um, laundry room. It's
You
pretty
have,
cool.
you have to pay to use the laundry room?
Yes, it's like $2 a load, maybe. I don't know. I do my laundry at my parents', so.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like I mean, when my girlfriend and I are married, um,
Mhm.
like we're just gonna just do laundry at my parents' house because my parents live like 10 minutes from my church. So we'll
Oh
just
yeah.
go to church and then go to my parents' house and do laundry more than likely.
Yeah, that's what I do. Go to church, and my parents live 2 blocks away from our church, so
Yeah, I've been there.
yeah. So I go there, and I normally just hang out all day Sunday at
Nice.
their house. So,
Nice.
hmm yeah, I will definitely send you the link
That
after.
would be much appreciated.
hmm
Mm.
Um, is there anything else?
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got one more thing to tell you. Okay, so one of the things that's just like totally random. So like I'm a gamer, right?
hmm
Um, and one of the genre of games I really like is horror games. I'm not the
Oh,
best
definitely.
about I'm not the best about playing them. I'll be real, like I do be chickening out. But I did
Yeah.
today I restarted my run of Amnesia the Bunker because
Ooh,
like
that's a good one.
I I just needed like a little bit of gameplay to just kind of just get the feel of what am I actually supposed to do here
hmm
because I was struggling to kind of figure it out. But now that I know what I need to do, just roughly how to approach the game, I'm gonna start that. But one of the things that's really cool is so my girlfriend and I have the same favorite YouTuber. It's Markiplier.
Nice.
And one of our favorite things to do is just sit there and just watch him play games for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And are you familiar with the Dark Pictures anthology?
I am.
Okay, so I got Man of Medan the other day because my
Okay.
girlfriend, she loves like the just that decision based type game. Like she
Mhm.
showed me Until Dawn, which I somehow hadn't
That's a good one
seen.
too.
I want to play it really bad,
I
but
I've played the Man of Medan. I never beat it, but I've played a little bit of it with one
oh,
of my friends.
oh, you should absolutely beat it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I
But
knew it was good.
she was like, she said I may not be coordinated, like I guess controllers and keyboards, like all that just don't get along well with her.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, but one of the things we can do is like these decision based games. Um, I can do that and we can play those together. So she and I are gonna play Man and Madan together, and we are going to 100% the game
Oh, nice.
because she is like super OCD
Mm-hmm.
and very completionist. Like everything has to be just
Yeah.
right. And so, and well, you know me, I'm not exactly orderly or organized or
Yeah.
he is the total opposite. So we're gonna have to find all the secrets. We're gonna have to find all like those premonitions. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have to get all 8 freaking endings to the game.
I did not know there was 8 endings. That's a lot, dude.
Yes, there's 8 different endings. Some of them are determined by your success at some really difficult quick time events.
Hmm.
So, the other one I'm gonna do that I want to do just with her, just there is Alien Isolation.
Oh, that's a good one.
Have you played it?
I've not played it, but I've seen gameplay.
Okay. I'm gonna hit you with a real nerdy little trope here at the end. Bonus
All right.
segment. Are you familiar with the AI of the alien?
Um,
Like
I
how
don't.
it
I
works?
probably not.
Okay, you would know if you were. Keep in mind this is a game that was released in 2015, 10 years ago
Mm-hmm.
for context.
I can't
What
believe
the
that was
devs
10 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's insane. So what the devs did was they created two separate AIs, and one of them, one of them is like the alien itself type thing, so like it doesn't know anything. But the second AI knows where you are at all times. It knows what you're doing, how you're moving, etc. Like it knows everything you do and how you do it, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so the AI that is like the actual alien itself does it has like a learning tree basically.
Okay.
And how you play the game affects how that learning tree is fleshed out because
Mm-hmm.
the AI that knows where you are at all times feeds that AI little context clues. So, for example, if you open a door or if you like bang your wrench into the wall,
Mm-hmm.
make any type of noise, that will cause that AI to feed the alien a clue. And a good example of this is in the past when I've played it before, I haven't beat it yet, but
Mm-hmm.
knocking over a wet floor sign has ended up with me getting killed because it got the clue and it figured out where I was and it would come and hunt me. But the thing is that it recognizes patterns. So
Mm-hmm.
like if one AI feeds it the same clue over and over, it will start looking for that. And
That's cool.
a personal example of this is early on in the game when was encountering it, I was hiding under like hospital beds or just mainly those because that's where I was. Well,
Mm-hmm.
later in the game, I see the alien and I'm just like peeking around the corner and just looking down the hall and I see that thing start checking under hospital beds. And then that's when I was like, "Oh shoot. I have to totally change how I've been playing this game."
That's actually really cool. It reminds me of the robot from The Incredibles.
Uh-huh.
How it learns from what he does.
Yeah,
That's a cool concept, dude.
it really is. And like after you play the game, you can go
Hmm.
back and watch other people's gameplays and it will not be the same. Like, yeah, you'll progress through the story, but like
Hmm.
your alien encounters will always be different. Because and that's one of the things the devs did was so one of the things they figured out was initially they made the game too hard because they made it to where like the alien learned so well
Hmm.
and they were like okay, this is not even like really playable because of
Yeah,
just how effective their programming work was. And so but the point of it is to actually systematically hunt you.
that's cool.
And so if you like a game that is like actually terrifying because it actually captures that sense of being hunted, you should play Alien Isolation.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, you can catch it on Steam sale for like $10.
Yeah, I see it on sale pretty often.
Yeah.
There is, I don't think I've ever played a game that has like an AI like that, but I've played a backrooms game where it has the entity that's trying to get you listens to your microphone.
I know which one you're talking about.
That game is freaky, dude. I have like, I don't know how many hours I have in that. Maybe 4. Probably not
Uh,
even 4. I have got past maybe 10 minutes out of the tutorial and closed the game every time I play. It is horrifying.
hey, Asa. Guess what?
What?
In Alien Isolation, there's an option to turn on mic monitoring.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no,
See,
it's
that's how you know it's a good game though, when it has like that kind of the options for that kind of thing and it actually like makes you crap your pants.
yes.
Like, dude.
Yeah, no, I tried it with mic monitoring once. Because when you add the mic monitoring, it will start adding your breathing into like its knowledge tree and like
Man,
breathing patterns as well. I'm pretty sure. I can't confirm that one, but I
that's
know it
crazy.
adds breathing
Uh-huh.
because it's like you actually have to control your breathing, or if you get jump scared and you like yelp,
Mm-hmm.
which to me is pretty cool that they added it, kind of like what you were saying. But
Yeah.
the worst part about the game, like, and not worst in a bad way, but like the worst part about it is that you can do all of that, but in VR if
I
you
did not know
want
it was
to.
in VR.
Yeah, they put it in VR.
Wow.
Yeah.
That might be too much for me.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like I want to experience it like once, maybe twice, but I don't think I can play the whole game.
Yeah, that's really cool though.
Yeah.
VR horror games are something different, dude.
Facts. SCP containment breach in VR.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Oh man.
One more question.
All
Um,
right.
back to the topic. Who said I love you first?
Okay.
And
Okay.
how does that story go?
So this is another funny story. So up to like a week before that whole thing happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sensed that my girlfriend was like like she was just acting different, right?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't put my finger on it, but like we were still going about stuff. And then one night she was about to say something and she didn't say something. And like I already knew, right? Like I already knew that I loved her. I was just trying to figure out like the right moment to say it, right?
Yeah,
And
I feel that.
so I noticed that she did that. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna kind of wait and just see, just to like see if that is actually what she's gonna say, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I waited a few days, and then it happened a few more times where she was like about to say something, but then didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, it was like day before I was gonna tell her. She finally said it, and so I said, "I love you, I love you too," just instantly, right? And she
Mhm.
just she smiled real big, and then she just like playfully slapped me and goes, "You a-hole! You knew, and you didn't say it."
That's funny.
Yeah, she was not happy with me about that. She still gives me crap about it, just in jest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how
I
that went.
That's cool. It kind of went. I wouldn't really say similar. I
Mhm,
was the one trying to like say something. Like I remember
mhm.
one night I called her back after we had hung up to go to bed, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, nothing. Sorry. Good night. Love." No, I didn't say love you. I just said sorry. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow. And I hung up.
Uh-huh.
And then like the next day, we're like getting ready to hang up again, and we're like, "Bye. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow." And like kind of paused. I was like, "I love you." And I don't even think she said it back. She just like said my name like 3 times, like Ace. She calls me Ace, right? So she said that. And she's like, "Did you say that? Did you say that?" Like she was like freaking out. And
Uh-huh.
then after we talked for I don't know, 20 minutes, she like said it back. It was awesome.
Heck yeah, bro.
My friend
That's
Jeremy gave me a lot of crap about backing out that first time I called her.
a Jeremy's great. We love Jeremy.
All right, man. Well, thanks for giving me your time and
You're very
talking about
welcome.
this cool stuff with me.
You bet.
Let me do this thing on recording.